Yeah, still that chat about Jamaica, what to expect when you go to Jamaica. This is Canute Exploration. I am Dr. Canute White, exploring Jamaica, exploring Kingston, Jamaica, in fact, because when I went there recently, I was in Kingston. Yeah, like a St. Catherine here and there, but Kingston was where I was. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, man. Jamaica, Jamaica land we love. Hey, you know that the anthem, you know, Jamaica land we love. Yeah, it's really a prayer. Eternal Father, bless our land. Yeah, even when it starts, you realize the prayer. But guess what? The Carbies. Yeah, we talk about Carbies, right? Yeah, man, Carbies souvenirs. Yes, that place on Twin Gate Plaza. You can't miss that. You have to go there. You get the real Jamaican souvenir. Yes, the reggae boys. Look, I have a reggae boy um, jersey that I purchased at Carbies years ago, perhaps around 7 years ago. It's a great jersey. Trust me, you love it. Go there and you get even for your children. Yes, the Jamaican souvenir, the jersey, and the whole works. Maybe you get some stuff in there that you can give to your friends and at work in overseas. Yes, here in the United States or in UK, wherever. Yeah, yes, Europe side, Africa, wherever in the world, you carry Jamaican souvenirs. So what to expect? Yeah, man, check out Carvers at Twin Gate. It's a very, very, very good place to get your souvenir. Carvers at Twin Gate. You can't come to Jamaica and not visit Carvers to get the souvenir that you want. Look, talk about Carvers, yes, but yeah, and buying souvenirs. But guess what? When I went down there, I saw some things that really catch my eyes. Guess what? What do you think it is? Yo, them have many colors. And them people say that them stick together, but they're new. And trust me, the figures on them can be confusing. So be careful, What I did was to look 2 or 3 times, and even ask somebody, is this $100? Yeah, because it could be $1,000. And if it's $1,000, you know what that means how many hundred make 1,000. You will lose a lot of money if you give away $1,000 for $100. Or one of the $500 for a $50. Look at the $500. The $500. Yeah, with the nanny on it, fine, cool. But the $50 looks so much like the $500, right? If you're not careful, you will just look at the $50. It's just a color code. You have to watch the color code. So start to color code the thing. Start to color code it, and you won't have a problem, right? So the $1,000 look kind of bluish, yeah. The $50 reddish, and the $5,000 brownish, the $2,000 greenish, the $500 purplish, and yeah, all sort of ish. But the money looks so, yeah. I'm kind of pretty still, yeah. I'm kind of pretty. I can buy a KFC. What? Me tell you, the last time, $10,000 for a 21 piece of KFC. Them say them give a Pepsi, but come on, man. You know. So the Pepsi, the Pepsi is just something that them take out of your them take out of your the money that you pay. So you could have paid like $1,000 for the Pepsi. Yeah, who knows? Well, KFC, yeah, chicken tastes good. Chicken tastes good. You know what to expect when you go to Jamaica. I'm Dr. Ken Newton. I just explored Jamaica a bit, visited Kingston, Jamaica recently. And I tell you though, with all the pluses, there is sort of a minus as well. I mean, the CIBC Bank, yes, in Alpha Tree, let me say that. Um, I went there from about 9 o'clock, and I spent about 3 or 4 hours in that bank. One customer service rep, not teller now. Those, you know, customer service here where you try to get some things done, paperwork or something, and one person spent approximately 2 to 3 hours with one person, so to speak, like a one-on-one. In fact, it appears that that's the only person who was working, and many persons actually left because they were waiting too long. Yeah, I started the transaction and actually left as well because the lady saying, "Sir, after you have to print several papers and it's going to take a while." And I say, after waiting here so long, you know something, it's not that important. I even said to her, I have to pay another maybe $700 return just to come to this bank to do something. Hey, you know, watch out for that. I hope this customer service will improve by the time you get there. Yeah, but look, there are still some persons there who try their best, to assist. But some cleaning up need to be done in terms of the customer service at that branch of CIBC, right? But you're gonna need that little money to go into this supermarket, great supermarket, Brooklyn supermarket in Twin Gates Plaza. It's a great supermarket, well stocked. You will get what you need, but again, remember to carry that bag. Remember to carry that bag. Yeah, they sell bag, but guess what? We forget about the bag, and we went into the supermarket, make some purchase, and trust me, no bag. So wow, I forget. And here in Florida, we have bags thrown all over the place because if you go and buy a pin, you get a bag for that pin, and it's a big bag. You're gonna get two. So you end up with a whole lot of bags inside of your house because in Florida they give bags for every little thing. So you become accustomed to that, and we went into the supermarket in Jamaica, and we have to get a box. Not literally. I mean a carton box. Yeah. We have to get a box to pack out things in, and I realize I suspect that they know that people will come without bags, especially we who are visiting, and forget that, hey, we're gonna need bag because that scandal bag, even though black, I wonder why they call it scandal bag. They actually ban them, right? I mean, because of the drainage, and they think that the disposal of these bags were detrimental to the environmental sustenance of the environment. And yeah, it's kind of creating a problem as it relates to flooding. So yes, Jamaica do them thing, but the point is, don't forget your bag when you go into the supermarket, or you have to end up carrying the things in your hands coming out, right? So again, don't forget your bag when you're going into the supermarket. And Brooklyn Supermarket is a great place, and they have good stuff. You can go there and get your produce, get your milk, and nice cornbread. We get some nice cornbread. Long time don't have that. And we get some real good stuff there. So visit Brooklyn Supermarket, no, in Twin Gate Plaza. Whilst you're there, whilst you're in the plaza here, Alpha Tree, that road, Alpha Tree here, that don't forget to visit. No, not Courts. Yeah, you can go over Courts. I mean, you can go over Courts and shop, but here visiting, so are you going to ship some of Courts furniture here? I mean, I don't know, but guess what? You can go across to Tropical Plaza. Wow. Great place. Still look good. Still look good. But Digicel Tropical Plaza, customer service, great. I met a lady there. She is so good when it comes to customer service. A bit of humor, yes, yeah, with professionalism, of course. But she is extremely great. I enjoy talking to her, and she ensured that our customers get what they need, and she gave some advice as to how to not only operate the phone, but to get efficient service from your equipment, and also she will advise you and how to use your products efficiently and be safe. And I I I, I recommend you going to Tropical Plaza Digicel to make your Digicel products purchase. It's a great place to go. Look, I get my car from Avis Car Rental. Yeah, it's in the Jamaican Business and Tourism directory, directory for that matter. You see, Avis Jamaica, Naman Manley International Airport. Yes, but guess what? You can go on Avis website and book long before you leave your country, the country that you're in. Book for Jamaica, yeah, and you pick it up at the airport. It was easy, cheesy, and you can add more drivers to the portfolio in the sense that it's free. You just add a driver because in most cases you're not going to be driving alone, and sometimes if you're going to Jamaica to party, remember, if you drink, don't drive. So you have to have a driver who don't really drink. Yeah, we got beer mug, yeah, beer mug. He's Japanese restaurant beer mug Friday night at in Alpha Tree near to the uh no, not Alpha Tree, New Kingston. Yes, near to the New Kingston Shopping Center. A great party to go. Don't miss that. We'll talk about that a little more. But look, um, if it's carrying that, pick it up at the airport. You have a guy who say, "Hey, I have a few suitcases, a family trip," and they the the guy at Davis said to me, "Don't worry, man. It's a SUV, right? So don't worry, man. When you go over there to collect the vehicle, these guys know how to pack, and trust me, they really know how to pack. The vehicle, everything was packed perfectly, and we sit comfortably." Coming out of the airport onto the streets of Kingston through Harborview. It still look a bit good, but potholes, as I've said before, yeah, I wouldn't charge of that. The Minister of Works, deal with it. It looks bad. It's the gateway of Jamaica, the gateway of Kingston, coming out of the Norman Manley International Airport. But yes, back to Yavis. Good customer service at the airport. Yes, Yavis Jamaica. But you can book from here. There's an app that you can use to track your reservation and so on. While you know before picking up. And yes, make sure, hey, I got a vehicle that it burn gas good, right? And it about 7,000, 8,000 Jamaican dollars to fill the tank. You're talking about maybe 60 US dollars. And yes, I don't pay so much to fill my tank up here, but yes. Um, you find that it was so efficient. I have the car for several days, and the seventh day I top up, and then by the time I'm ready to turn in the car, I just top up again, and I trust me, I do road. Yeah, I was on the road, and it's crazy how efficient it is. So congrats to Avis, hats off to Avis. Very nice car rental um, service, and good customer service. Um, Great vehicles. I mean, I have a good experience with the vehicle that I actually got from them. And yeah, you have to get like a tip here and there. Most of us become a tippy, you know, tend to be tipping here and there. But yes, you have to give a little tip here and there. But I tell you this, when I won, I was supposed to tip the guy when I took back the vehicle, because I took a tip thing, but the ATM machine wasn't working. That's the next thing. So be prepared for that. You might not. You might find that the ATM machines in the airport now on Monday not working, right? So be prepared for that. Banks who have machine there, Scotia, NCB, and the others, um, service the machines, no, because we're coming in, and yes, we might have a card, a US card, or some of us still have Jamaican card, and want a little change so that we can tip, the red cap or the car rental people or anybody else who assists us, even the taxi man. And we might want a little Jamaican dollar, and we have to use the ATM machine, and we gonna need it. So please, banks, yeah, call those banks name already were there. Um, yeah, doing a good service, but make sure that the machines are ATM machines are service, and the ATM are service and ready to serve visitors as we leave or enter Jamaica through Naman Manley. I'm talking about, not Montego Bay. You know, I I must commend Avis again. Great place, great going, Avis. Great going. Great going. And when you visit Jamaica, don't forget to visit some of these places, and have fun. Get your souvenirs, yeah. Get your good Jamaican patties, yeah. Get your KFC, you know. Enjoy Jamaica, man. Yeah, enjoy Jamaica. Get the things that you need, right? That you have not had for a long time. Some of us have not had certain things for a long time, and even so, make sure. One thing you must make sure you do, when we leave when I leave um, US and go anywhere in the world, I carry a suit for guess what, church. Yeah, man, it's coming out, right? Can't miss it. And church was great. So Sunday morning, Church of God, my favorite part of the church service is praise and worship. And I didn't miss that at the Tony Park, New Testament Church of God. Great place to visit. Visit now and say hi. And yes, leave a little thing in the collection plate now. I mean, you can afford, but leave a little US dollar in the collection plate. Visit the Donor Park New Testament Church of God, man. Great worship, praise and worship team. The message was good, and the people are friendly. Yeah, but maybe I can leave an AC there too, Yeah, because it's sort of hot. But understand, you know, some of us who come out from the cold, even Florida was cold for the longest while. So yes, it was really hot. The fans, yeah, they tried to work the fans because they realized the heat. But guess what happened? You know, some AC might be needed, Pastor. All right? See your best that can be organized, but never forget the church. Yeah, we'll talk again, chat about what to expect when you visit Jamaica. Talk again. Goodbye.